Why won't Mama Hen sit on her eggs? On a sunny morning at Sunny Farm, all the animals were waking up happily. The cows were mooing, the ducks were quacking, and the little chicks were chirping excitedly. But something very strange was happening in the chicken coop. Mama Hen, who had just laid 6 perfect eggs, was walking around instead of sitting on them. The other hens were clucking in confusion. "Why isn't she sitting on her eggs?" whispered Penny, the brown hen. "That's what hens always do." Even Farmer Joe noticed. That's odd," he said while scratching his head. "Mama Hen, what's going on?" All the animals started talking about it. "Maybe she forgot how to be a mama," said the goose. "Maybe she's scared of sitting too long," guessed the donkey. Even the mice in the barn whispered, "Is something wrong with the eggs?" Little chick Timmy, who was the most curious chick of all, decided he had to find out the truth. "I'm going to talk to Mama Hen myself," he said bravely. He waddled up to her and asked kindly, "Mama, why don't you sit on your eggs? Don't you want baby chicks?" Mama Hen looked surprised. "Oh, Timmy," she said with a smile. "I do want baby chicks, but these eggs, they feel funny. They don't feel like my old eggs." Timmy blinked. "What do you mean, Mama?" "They feel too light, too quiet. I tried talking to them, but they didn't peep back," Mama Hen explained softly. "Last time I felt little kicks and heard tiny chirps, but these eggs are silent. I'm worried something is wrong." Timmy tilted his head, thinking hard. "Maybe these aren't your eggs at all," he said suddenly. Mama Hen gasped. "You think someone switched them?" Timmy nodded. "Let's tell Farmer Joe. He'll know what to do." Timmy ran to tell Farmer Joe what Mama Hen had said. Farmer Joe gently picked up the eggs and looked closely. Then he laughed a big, hearty laugh. "Oh dear," he chuckled. "These aren't real eggs at all. They're wooden practice eggs. I must have left them there last week." Mama Hen's eyes widened. "So, I'm not going crazy?" she asked. "Not at all," said Farmer Joe kindly. "You're a smart mama. You knew something was different. I'll bring your real eggs back right away." Mama Hen let out a relieved cluck, her feathers fluffing with joy. "Oh, thank goodness," she sighed. "I knew they didn't peep like mine." Timmy looked up at her. "Does that mean my brothers and sisters are coming home?" Farmer Joe chuckled. "Yes, little one. And I think they'll be just as happy to see you." That afternoon, Farmer Joe brought a small basket of real eggs from the other side of the coop. "Here you go, Mama Hen," he said, placing them gently in her clean nest. The eggs were warm and smooth, and Mama Hen's eyes sparkled with joy. She sat down quickly, fluffing her feathers proudly. "Ah," she clucked happily. "These are my babies. I can feel their tiny hearts." The other hens clucked in amazement. "You were right all along," said Penny. "You really are a clever hen." Mama Hen beamed with pride, her heart swelling with love as she nestled the real eggs beneath her. Timmy hopped up next to her, his eyes shining. "I knew you'd get them back, Mama." Farmer Joe smiled as he watched from the doorway. "You've got a good mama, Timmy. A mama who knows her eggs better than anyone." For the next few days, Mama Hen sat patiently on her eggs. She told them stories, hummed lullabies, and kept them warm with love. Timmy brought her food and water so she wouldn't have to leave her nest too often. All the animals visited her nest quietly each day, peeking in to listen. "Any chirps yet?" asked the sheep. "Not yet," Mama Hen whispered, "but I feel them wiggling." It felt like a magic countdown had begun. Each night, Mama Hen whispered, "Soon, my darlings, I'll see your little faces soon." And under the soft glow of the moon, the eggs gently rocked, full of life and promise. On the 10th day, early in the morning, a soft sound came from under Mama Hen's wings. "Peep! Peep!" Timmy's eyes lit up. "Did you hear that?" he gasped. "Yes," said Mama Hen, full of excitement. "They're talking to me." Suddenly, the eggs started to wiggle and crack. "It's happening," shouted Penny. The whole coop watched as tiny beaks poked through the shells. One by one, fluffy little chicks tumbled out into the world. Gasps and joyful clucks echoed through the coop. As each new chick blinked up at the light for the first time, Mama Hen hurried over, her eyes shining with love, gently pushing each damp chick closer to her warm feathers. Timmy danced in circles, unable to contain his excitement. "There are so many of them," he chirped. The chicks were healthy, chirpy, and full of energy. Mama Hen was the happiest she'd ever been. "Welcome, my babies," she cooed. Timmy stood proudly by her side, acting like a big brother. He counted each chick with care, making sure no one was left behind. One fluffy chick tripped over a straw and Timmy rushed over to help it up. "You're okay now," he whispered, gently brushing its tiny head with his tiny hand. The chicks chirped happily and began to explore the cozy coop, their tiny feet tapping on the straw-covered ground. Mama Hen clucked softly, watching her little family begin their first adventures together. Farmer Joe clapped his hands. "What a clever mama you are," he said. "You didn't sit just because someone told you to. You waited until your heart told you it was right." All the animals cheered. Even the mice danced with joy. From that day on, Mama Hen became the most respected hen on the farm. She taught all the younger hens how to listen with their hearts and trust their instincts. "Real mamas don't just sit," she'd say. "They feel." Timmy never forgot the adventure. He told the story of the wooden eggs to all the chicks who came after. It became a famous tale in the coop, passed down from one generation to the next. Sunny Farm was peaceful and full of laughter once again. Mama Hen walked proudly with her baby chicks following behind. And every time someone asked, "Why didn't Mama Hen sit on her eggs?" Timmy would smile and say, "Because a real mama knows when something isn't right." And so the mystery was solved, not with magic, but with wisdom, love, and a little chick named Timmy who dared to ask,